Hey, a lot of people will come to my stream and ask me what I think teams should do to get to make better use of their time in practice. If X coach or manager or something's going to help benefit a team, what teams need to be doing to improve at a better rate. This is specifically towards pro teams, but some people also come in and ask about their own, amateur teams in open, intermediate, main, or premier type of divisions. And it seems to me that a lot of people are approaching practice like not efficiently. It's not productive. They got on, they just play games and they get off and they think that they're improving. This isn't actual practice though. And it actually boggles my mind that there are actually pro teams that don't know how to practice properly. So from my experience, what I've done on previous teams, what I've learned from previous teams, because there's a point where I didn't know how to practice properly, I can share this with you. And what it boils down to is that when you have team practice, I know how hard it is if you're on like an amateur team type of thing, and everyone's got like a full-time job or studies, and the schedule is messed up. You have to find what time. Okay, Sunday we'll play this time, Monday we'll play this time, Tuesday we'll play this time. When you guys figure out what time you're all going to be on, that time is to be used for things that you all need to be present for, such as scrimmaging. All of you guys need to be present for scrimmaging. Talking about the strats and dry running them. All of you guys need to be present. You don't want to go and have one person say, okay, this is the strat we're doing on this run, and do that to like every teammate, 4 teammates. You're not going to want to have one person go off and say it 4 times. You don't want to do that. You want to have everyone there and say it one time, where if someone has an idea, suggestion, some, I guess, veto, a problem with the strategy, you can just say, I think this is a good idea, but instead of doing this, we could do this instead. I think this is a good idea. Would it be better if I added a flash or a smoke or this to the strategy? I think this is a good idea, but maybe we should move this player from this position and put him in this position. It's good if everyone's there together, brainstorming on the idea, and also giving input, saying whether they like it or not, what they could do, maybe change players up. Because you don't want to say it to like 2 people, tell them the strat, and then the third person says, oh no, we shouldn't do it like that, we should do it this way instead, and then you go back to those other 2 people. It's just a waste of fucking time, and ain't nobody got time for that. So everyone together, you do the dry running, you do the scrimmaging, you do talking about the strategies and the theories and stuff like that. That is reserved for the team time. When it's not the time for the entire team to be there, you need to be, as an individual, doing something that will help either yourself as an individual or your team. And it depends on what you need to actually focus on. So if it's your aim's really shit, and you know all the smokes, the flashes, the strats, everything, or maybe you're the in-game leader and you know all that, then 30 minutes before practice, you're fucking deathmatching the entire time. The entire 30 minutes, you're getting your aim really crisp, warmed up, you're improving your aim, you're forcing yourself to shoot quicker and more precise. Maybe your aim is really good, but you're not good with the smokes or the flashes, the strats. You need to go in, you need to watch demos and find out how people line it up. Go on a server and practice the lineup until you nail it 10 out of 10 times. You want to go and just do it. If you fuck it up once or twice out of 10 times, you got to start over again. Do it 10 times without making one error. That's how you have to do it. And that's how you nail down the smoke grenades and the pop flashes and all these things. So figure out what you need to focus on and go and do that with the 60 to 30 minutes before practice. You want to be on before your team's on for practice, doing something on your own. Maybe you have work early in the morning, so you have to go to bed early and your practice, like the entire team finishes practice early. What you should be doing before everyone gets on for practice is you should be doing these things, death matching and everything. For the people that stay up later, that's when you guys go in, you watch your demos either of yourself or other teams or the people you're going to play against, and you figure out what you need to watch and figure out a reason why you need to do it. So if you need to watch your own demo back, what you're looking for when you're watching your own demo back is the timings on everything. Like if you spam a certain spot, are you aiming like near the enemy? Do you need to fix the area you're spamming? Do you need to fix the timing on it? Maybe the enemy's not at the location yet and you're just sitting there doing nothing for an additional 5-10 seconds. Figure out the timings of everything. It's about knowing like, okay, you smoke a grenade, you use your smoke grenade at a certain time every round. What's happening on the rest of the map when you're using the smoke grenade? Where are the enemies? Is the smoke being fully utilized, or are you wasting the smoke, 10 seconds out of a smoke? What if you just delay the smoke by 10 seconds? Will that help you? Grenade spots. You're pre-nading something every round, or you're doing this grenade every round. what's that grenade actually doing? Is it making an impact in the round? Are you doing a lot of damage to the enemy? Would you do more damage if you use a different grenade instead? Or would it be better if you did it at a different time? So you're looking for these little things, but you're also looking for other mistakes, things that you can fix. So if you're peeking too much, too aggressively, you re-peek too many times, you're wide peeking too many times, you're taking bad engagements. You're looking for that as well when you're watching your demos back. When you're looking at other teams' demos, you want to do it for a couple of different reasons. One, you want ideas. So if I'm playing B on Inferno, I'm going to look at another team, another player, actually not just one, you're going to look at a few different players, find out how they play B. What do they do? What are their tendencies? What spots do they play? What angles do they take? What times do they use their smokes, the flashes, the pushes, the peaks, everything like that. You take the ideas from what they do and you say, I really like what they do here. I don't like what they do there. I'm going to use this. I'm going to see if my teammate at B wants to apply this to our game. You find that in the demo at night on your own time after your team practice, and then the next day when team practice comes up, you say, hey man, I was watching this demo yesterday. I saw this. I think it's really cool. We should try it out. When you're watching the demo of teams that you're about to play against, you're preparing for them. So you want to see tendencies that they do, patterns. You want to see, okay, so if we're attacking Banana on Inferno, what time do they use their smoke grenades? Do they pre-smoke all the time or some of the time? Do they only smoke if they get pressured? If they smoke down at the bottom of a Banana, how many people are they playing there? Are they doing anything off that smoke, i.e., you know, they smoke the bottom of a Banana. Are they doing a Molotov push with 2 people? Do they send 3 people there to take Banana control? If they do send 3 people there, what are the 2 guys doing at A? There's only 2 people there. Are they playing together at porch side? Are they split up, 1 person arch, 1 person porch? What are they doing? When you go into the match and you know, when you see that smoke grenade go at the bottom of Banana, you know, okay, this is when they have 3 people go towards Banana, 1 person's arch, 1 person's porch. We can smoke off left side mid and rush them, the 1 guy at right side mid. You know that as soon as you see that smoke, boom, done. And you learn that because you watch them do it round after round. So you say, okay, you know, they did the smoke bottom of Banana 6 times. 4 of those times they played 3 Banana. The other 2 times they only had 2 Banana and they had 3 people towards A, and the A guys were doing this. So you figure it out, and then you work with that info, and then you find out what other tell is there. So the smoke at the bottom of Banana, it could be, you know, 4 to 6 times it's going to be 3 people Banana. The other 2 times they're going to have 3 people A. What else is going to tell you in advance that they're doing the 3 people Banana or the 3 people A? You need to find that pattern, find that tendency, and kind of just learn that and know your enemy. There's other things like what time they smoke, what time does a person rotate off their position, do they move a certain player around, an opper per se, do they, you know, make him go aggressively on halls one time, do they use him at porch one time? You need to know where their opper likes to maneuver. So you're doing all of this, you're learning all these things on your own time, separate from your team practice. Your team practice, you'll go in, everyone gets together at a certain time, and you say, hey, I was watching the team we're playing against this match, and I saw that, you know, every time they smoked down bottom of a Banana, this is what they did. 4 of the 6 times they played 3 Banana, they took control of it, and then they rotated 2 people out after that, and they kept re-smoking the bottom from arch side. The other 2 times they played 3 people A, they just did a standard setup, 1 arch, 2 out, like 2 porch, or 1 porch, 1 pit. This is how I think we can combat it. Like, that's what you're supposed to do when you go into practice. You need to have a game plan. You need to just go into practice, say, okay, this is what we're, you know, these are the ideas I have for this site. This is what the enemy is going to do. These are ideas I picked up from this pro team. Let's try to, like, work on all these. You spend an hour just preparing for scrimmages. You don't just hop into a scrimmage right away. You've already warmed up, you've done your death matches and everything, you get on, you talk about what you need to fix or what you need to do in your practice times. Then when you go into the practice, you already know what you're trying to focus on. So if you go into practice and you say, all right, whenever we were pushing B on Banana Inferno, we were always winning those rounds. We took Banana control, it was great, that worked really well, but what if we don't have smoke grenades? If we don't have the utility to push down Banana, what do we do then? We're doing a passive setup. Well, how many times have you played passively, and has it been successful? Oh, well, no, every time we play passive, we get run over at B. Okay, so for this entire scrim, we know that pushing down Banana with the smokes and flashes and mollies and everything works. Let's practice what's not working. It doesn't matter if we win or lose the practice. It doesn't matter. what you want to do is you want to focus on improving. So you go into that game and you say, all right, 15 rounds in a row, we're playing our passive B setup. We're letting the enemies do whatever the fuck they want. If they want early banana control, late banana control, walk banana, execute banana, they can do whatever the hell they want at banana. We're going to play our passive setup, and we're going to work on it so that we can hold against anything that they do against us. Any type of strategy they use against us, we will be prepared for it because we're just sitting here practicing it because this is what we need to focus on. This is what we need to work on. This is what's not working for us. Other things you can do is you can have your 3 teammates or 3 teammates and a friend come into a server and try to run executes, different executes. Walk in, smokes and mollies, just smokes and flashes, any sort of execute they want at banana. They do that, and you and your buddy just hold it together. This is what you should be doing during practice, not getting on, instantly playing a game, going from the first game to the next. You play the same map, but you haven't taken the time to talk about what went wrong, what you can do better, setups, strats, nothing. Dry running things, you need to land the timings. You need to do that when you guys are all on together, talk about everything, and then go into your scrimmages. So anyways, I hope this helped. I know that I was kind of rambling and all over the place, but hopefully this does help you and you guys can get a better idea of what you should be doing during practice and what you should be doing on your own time. And beyond that, like, I guess how to analyze the demos and how to analyze the situations and what to focus on. I mean, a lot of people will come to me and say, I'm not good. How do I get better? It's like, what are you not good at? I mean, are you not good at every single aspect of the game? Or are you really good at aiming, but really bad with just knowing when your enemies are going to be in certain areas, using your counter flashes and smokes wisely? You need to be able to isolate and figure out where where you excel at and where you're bad at. And then you need to focus on the bad aspects, and you need to just work on it. Just bring it to the forefront and just work on it. And it doesn't matter if you win or lose. That's all you have to do. Practice will make perfect. It's actually perfect practice will make perfect. You need to fucking practice it properly and then get rid of all the bad habits. And then after you play and fix these issues that you have, then you're not going to have any issues at all. If you keep playing just to win in practice, then what's happening is you're already good at something. You don't need to become even better at it. You need to work on what's not good. It's not like you're trying to be a world-class opera and you're also learning how to rifle and do all this other shit. It's a completely different situation. Anyways, I hope this helped. Peace. Stay smooth.